Hey, what's up, guys? In today's video, RJ, Mason, and I are headed to Nebraska for early season whitetail, and Zach is headed out to Western Kentucky to film his cousin Fuzz, who's been chasing an absolute giant and keeping up with him all summer long. We received the invite from Identical Draw, obviously identical twins, Thomas and Nate. If you don't already follow them, go check them out on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. They sent an invite out. Like, I'd immediately respond and said, hey, we're in. Early season hunt, not too much excitement. It's hot. Deer are hard to find. Food sources very hard to pinpoint because of the crop out there. But it wasn't about the hunt for me to commit to that. It was about sharing camp with those guys and the rest of the group that they invited out there. We absolutely had a blast. Hunting was not great, but everybody saw deer. There were some opportunities, but the thing that I want to get across is deer camp is so important for all of us sitting around during the daytime, because we only hunted about 3 hours a day. But getting around the table and sitting around just BSing, telling stories, talking about the industry, talking about what works for us, what works for them, throwing ideas around, talking strategy, talking hunting. That's what deer camp's all about. And I encourage everybody to take the time and sharing those experiences, because that's what you're going to remember. I mean, getting the kill, yeah, you're going to remember that, but you're probably going to remember everybody coming to the kill and dragging it out and everybody ribbing each other. And that's what it's all about. So I encourage everybody this season to go out and share the hunting experience, share the outdoor experience with each other. Talk face to face. Don't worry about that snap booking or whatever y'all call it, face chat. And just talk personally, carry dialogue on, and enjoy yourselves. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave us a comment. Good luck this season. Be looking for all the whitetail content coming out. We're still starting to get into the groove here in West Virginia with whitetail, but it's picking up. So good luck this season. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Good morning. It is opening day in Kentucky for people call it velvet season, but it's Kentucky's just regular season. It starts early. It starts today. I've got up early this morning. It's about, 4:30, 5 o'clock. I'm going to make the trip down to Western Kentucky, down around where my cousin lives, where if you follow the channel, you know that we've been down there a couple different times. Over the past couple of years, me and Josh usually make the trip at least once a year, if not a couple times a year, to try to get down there and hunt a little bit. So my game plan is to get down there today, midday, and me and Dakota are going to hit the woods. I'm going to be behind the camera this evening for him. He's got a couple big old bucks that's been meandering around some bean fields and stuff. So we're going to give it a whirl and see. You never know. This early in the season, a lot of times you can catch them big bucks still on their summer patterns and get there and thump one of them. So that's the plan for the day. I'm going to make the drive down. Probably just get down there and jump right in a tree. I had to make a little pit stop here. Josh left me a little care package on the porch. I'm sure he's still in there warm legging. Uh-oh. Try to save this little box for a surprise when I get down to Kentucky. I'll show you what's in it. But yeah, Josh is still warm legging in there. He's supposed to be going to Nebraska today. Got about a 12-hour trip. I'd probably be on the ball, but you know him. Alright guys, there's the package I got from Jay. So now I just gotta figure out how to get out of this place, and I have no idea. Yeah, and get back on the interstate and head towards Western Kentucky. I figured out what Jay's doing, by the way. You know, I'm going to Western Kentucky to fight with bugs and ticks and everything else. Josh is going clear to Nebraska, and Jay's just going to a football game. But anyway, we're heading out, and yep, I'll see you in Kentucky. I want to kind of give you all a backstory, I guess you could say, on what I'm getting into going down here this early. Obviously, you know, with big bucks, they're fairly, I won't say easy, but they're more patternable early season. And when your season comes in like Kentucky does, you know, you've got a prime opportunity to catch them still in that early season, or some people call it a summer pattern. Dakota's running trail cameras, gets a big buck in there, a nice buck, I'll say. He had a peculiar rack. He was an 8-point frame, but he had brow tines that was, you know, 8-9 inches long, abnormally long. And he's kept tabs on him throughout the last couple years. He pursued him last year throughout this time, but he also had another big buck that he concentrated on and ended up getting him the first evening of the season. But so he kept tabs on him throughout the rest of the season. Me and Dakota have nicknamed him Browser. This year, I'm going to say he's in the 170s range. I mean, he's just a monster buck, and he's got brow tines that are probably 12 inches, something of that nature. Hence the name Browser. I feel like I'm a part of this deer. Like I literally feel like this is my hunt just as much as it is Dakota's, just because we talk regularly, daily, about this deer. We converse with mapping, and we're both on Onyx, and we're switching back and forth, and we're sending pins, and we're on Google Earth, and we're just this, that, and it's just a continuous relationship regarding this deer. So I really feel like I'm definitely a part of this one, and we've zoned in, and you'll hear me talk about we, because I mean I feel like it's we are in it together. But we've zoned in on this deer over the past month, and I'm gonna say we corralled him, because we found his bed, and this deer is actually bedding on what we would call it's an island, which is what we call it. It's a man-made island because of some old existing high walls and water that constricts the access down to what we have determined to be 2 different accesses to get into this one particular block of woods. And I've never seen a deer more consistent over the past 3 weeks or a month, especially a big mature buck like this one is. We have got him to where he's within an hour just about every day. If he does one certain thing, then that evening I can just about tell you down to the 15-minute mark probably of what he's going to do that evening. But yeah, I just want to give you all a backstory on what was going on, and hopefully we can get down here and knock this thing's lungs out first opening evening. That's a trip. Oh.
Long by yourself, man.
Oh yeah. Made it though.
Let's throw some wrench right into the.
Oh no.
I don't know if you can even make a story like that up.
So what he's talking about is, I give y'all a backstory on the island, and we haven't had nobody, not a sign of a human, in that area. And squirrel season's been in, correct? Yeah, squirrel season's been in. Today's the opening day of bow season. And here comes these two jarheads this morning at, what, 9 o'clock?
Yep, probably.
Walking through the island, through the crossing, squirrel hunting. So that's what we're kind of dealing with right now. We're going to sit here and decipher. We got a little bit of time. We're going to decipher what our game plan is, but we're going to do something. We just ain't figured out exactly what yet.
Sure do appreciate Brody letting me borrow his truck for the week, because mine is in the shop. Got to adjust this seat a little bit. You know, Brody's quite a bit bigger than I am. He's got her laid back. So, all right, we're going to get out of here. Do it, dude. You ever look at the bottom of them?
Yeah. That can be good.
Look here. It's all gone. Put that poison in your body. Is their pizza any good?
Any good?
Is it?
Yeah,
I've never had
it's
it.
awesome, and it just came up.
So that means it's fresh?
Oh, hot and fresh.
Well, they don't even have so much sugar dots.
So basically, nobody's on a diet this trip, because I mean,
No, I mean, no real reason to. Watch what we're doing.
we'll walk it off sooner or later.
Yeah.
Well, it's opening day. We got a pretty good eye on a buck. Been after a lot of history with him.
I done told him all about browsers, so you can refer to him as browser.
Browsers. Had a little interruption today earlier. Back in his bedding area. Had some people come in squirrel hunting, I guess. Hoping he's still around. Close. We know where he's coming to if he continues his normal pattern. So we're going to get in there and get the wind interface and see if he moves early tonight. It's been, an hour. We've been standing here talking, debating, throwing milkweed, trying to figure out what the thermals are going to do. But we made the best decision, game plan we could come up with. And I don't know, about 15 foot, but it's so thick, going to be able to shoot 2 or 3 holes, but this pinch is tight. There's a good chance he could come right through here, so here's the first evening for browsers. It might be the last evening. Might be the last evening, but it might be a long fall. Cause me and the history with this deer, until he's dead until he's dead, I'll be after. I don't plan on chasing nothing else but him. That's how I like to hunt. Put my target on one buck and hunt him until something changes. But it's the first evening. Beautiful evening, open day, Kentucky. guys, that's gonna do it for evening number 1. But we're gonna get out of here and before something slips in here on us, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here without lights. What we can still see. We're just gonna leave everything up here in the tree. Well, obviously not our bow and stuff, but we're gonna leave the sticks and stuff up here, and then get back in here tomorrow evening. We're gonna do some scouting in the morning in another area, probably hang a couple cameras or whatever. Just depends on what we find, but we're gonna get out of here and grab something to eat because this old boy's starving.
What's up, guys? Good morning. We are somewhere in Missouri, probably a couple hours out from Kansas City, and then we're going north. So we probably got 4 hours left, 4.5, something like that. But driving last night got late. We didn't get out of there till late yesterday. Was tired. Decided to. The game plan really was we were just going to stop along the side of the road and get out and sleep on the ground and let these boys sleep in the car. But we got 5 or 6 days of hard hunting to go, so figured we ought not start the trip out on a bad rest note. So we got us a good night's sleep. RJ obviously is me and Mason. We took showers, up and ready, gone. RJ's in there. We're out here ready to go. RJ's in there getting a pedicure and manicure and taking like a 45-minute shower. So I don't know what he's doing in there, but we're gonna get back on the road. We'll get there this afternoon sometime. We're gonna take our time. Making a quick Huey here. We found some wildlife that's interesting. Coyote just standing beside the road, and Mason thinks that he's standing just like right over a fawn.
Oh, he's standing there picking on something.
Yeah, he is. Oh no, is he? He is. It is a fawn. When we get turned around, you're going to be able to see it really good.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. He's just coming right. I mean, he's going to go right there and come right back.
Yeah.
We have arrived after a day-long trip. Of course, we stopped, got us some sleep, like I said this morning. But we got here now. We're gonna go in here and say hi to everybody and unload, and see what the game plan is. Hi there. What's happening? What's up, dude?
This is Brian. He's
Get the tape rolling already.
I'm Brian. How are you? Josh Hilton.
Josh,
Nice to meet you, buddy.
nice to meet you
You
too.
too, man.
Yeah.
Man, you got a killer place.
Oh, thank you.
What's up, dude?
See you, dude.
How you been?
Thanks for making the drive.
Absolutely. Man, appreciate the invitation.
Yeah.
Man, you
Welcome.
weren't kidding when
Brian's hooked
place
us up.
is
He's
killing.
been generous to lend us.
It's really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. How you been?
Good.
Good?
Hey, Nate, good to see you, man. Good to see you too.
Nate, this is
Nate, nice
Mason
to meet you.
and RJ.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, for sure.
Dakota's walking over about 50 or 60 yards. Then gonna pull our stuff real quick. We just left our sticks and platforms in a tree because we knew he was coming back in here. But we're just gonna go right on down the hill. There's a bunch of little fingers right here. And this deer, the island is over there, probably 200 yards, 250. But yesterday, knowing that them squirrel hunters come through there and probably bumped him out of that bed, we knew that he wasn't going to be up there, so we didn't know where he was coming from. So we basically backed up to where all these little fingers kind of headed up together. And we set up here just kind of on the fly, just to get in the woods, really. Didn't have a lot of confidence just because, like I said, them guys come through there, and it's hard to say where that deer went. We ended up seeing 2 does. They come right here under us and went down towards the beans. But like I said, the big buck is on the island, so we know that for sure, for 100%. He come through at like 6:30 this morning, so we're going to sleep in there as tight as we possibly can to where that crossing is, where that deer comes off, and hopefully we can make it happen. There is a north wind like we talked about earlier, and that north wind is blowing. It's very, very dicey, so that's the only thing it's gonna make a difference in where we set up at. We're just gonna get down there, throw milkweed, and let it do its thing and see where it goes. We know once the wind dies down this evening, when he's actually on his feet, the thermals are gonna be pulling down, and working in our favor. But we just don't want to set up there and then for the next 2.5, 3 hours, wind be blowing into that bedding area or even close. So we're just going to get down there, like I said, throw milkweed and just make adjustments from there, see what happens.
We've got a game plan. We're kind of divide and conquer. All of us are going out to different spots. Mason and I are walking into a spot, and RJ, we're going to drop him off at a public spot, or maybe he can drop us off and ride around and just check some public areas, see what kind of pressure there is, and do some research. So we're just gonna get in the truck. We're gonna head up to the area we're gonna check out. It might change when we get there. There might be 2 or 3 trucks there, and we're gonna go to another area. But that's what we're doing this evening, divide and conquer and see what we can see. If we see something, we're gonna go after it, obviously. Filling up with rice. Go from there. First evening in Nebraska. All the guys got together, and I'd say just about everybody's moving in to their spots where they're going to be checking everything this evening. We got a south wind. We're just kind of going to move in here. We got about, I don't know, 500 or 600 yards would sit on X where we want to first go to. So we're going to get up there, see what we can see. But there's a small pond back here in the back that got a killer little choke point that I'm kind of interested in. So we might go back and check it out. Got back in on this public to this first tree line. It's about 500-600 yards in here. Visibility is 5 or 10 yards. So we're going to try to sneak through this tree line. And there's like a little spine up here. There ain't no ridges, but there's like a little spine up here that rolls off to the backside. We're going to try to get to it. Thomas and Nate and I were looking at it earlier. And if we can get back there, we might be able to see down that corner where that CRP is.
another day.
Well, guys, I am back in West Virginia, gathering all my stuff here, getting everything ready for bow season. We did not kill a buck in Kentucky, but another hunter was very successful. The night that we was in there, the last night that me and Dakota was in the woods, another hunter harvested that big buck that we was after. And fortunately, Dakota was able to figure that out, or maybe possibly be hunting a ghost for the rest of the season. But somehow or another, they got connected on Facebook, and he ended up taking some sheds to him and sharing stories with him and congratulating him, obviously, on what my opinion, a once in a lifetime buck. So the story ended well. It didn't end the way we would have wanted it to, obviously, but another good hunter taking that buck was worked out good. And for Dakota to be able to hook up with him and give him them sheds and stuff, I mean, everything worked out good. It was a fun several years chasing that rascal, though. I know that. I mean, I chased him from afar, deciphering with Onyx and pictures and stuff, and Dakota was doing all the groundwork out there, but we had a hell of a time chasing him. But he won't be the last one. We'll see you on the next one.
Got out here today, didn't expect a whole lot, but day one is done. Back to the house. Want to hang out, see what everybody saw. Get us something to eat, BS for a while, and get some rest, get up in the morning and check it out. Hopefully find some deer, but that area we went into, we found a different access point that might be a little better. We'll see in the morning if it works out. Started getting acorns on the trees.
Yep.
Acorns on the trees. This is all clover.
If the wind dies down, you might have your thermals falling down on that hill. We're gonna go get big bucks tonight.
That's the game plan. It is day 3, really it's day 2, but we're counting Sunday as a half a day. We are headed back out. Everybody, we're just, actually everybody's leaving right now. Everybody's loading up, getting out of here. Kill one, Ben. And Mason and RJ is going with Bo, which I honestly think Bo's in a really good spot and he's got a really good chance to kill a deer. I really do. He kind of snuck in here and took the spot from me. He took it from me.
What you saying?
I didn't say anything, Bo. I was telling him how confident I was in you tonight killing a deer.
I heard him say you're gar holing, but that's what I heard.
That's why, I told him to go sit over that clover plot.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I like these early season hunts. A few hours in, it's nice. But I'm hoping we get some movement, and if we can get in clean, I think there is a good chance that we see some deer. Whether it's a buck or not totally sure, but it's so different hunting 95% ag and 5% timber versus at home with it being 100% timber. So it's been a little bit of a learning curve here for me, but it's fun. It's cool to try out some different stuff. Other than the spiders, RJ, you gotta watch them. They're big, and they're everywhere.
So the deer yesterday, the does came right through here behind us. Yeah, those does came through right behind us. But we've got kind of, we got a south wind here, so that would probably work out. But you might not need to get that high, just up above that branch there. You'll probably be good. Sound good? Yeah, that works. Cool. Let's do it.
Let's get out in the heat. Little warm. It is right at about 5 o'clock. It's in the 80s right now. And Mason and I are headed on in. Plan is to get in a tree, sit till dark, kill big buck. That's shitty. We're in. It's not the most comfortable setup in the world, but it's about the best we could do in the amount of time that I wanted to fool around trying to pick a tree. So we're gonna hang in here, see what happens. We're only 8 foot off the ground, but we got good cover in this bur oak with these limbs. So we'll see if anything's moving. I'd say we won't see anything for another hour or so. Get it settled out in here and hopefully something comes through.
A little warm and buggy this evening, but we still got a south wind, just a little bit softer than it was the other night. Ideally, we'd have a deer come right down the edge of this soybean field here.
What's up, guys? So, no deer this evening. I haven't had service, so I haven't heard from anybody else to see if oh man, excuse me. I haven't heard from anybody else in the group to see if they've seen any deer or not. We were like 60 yards from the truck, and Mason's learning a valuable lesson. Always check, make sure you got all your gear before you leave the tree. So Mason's on his way all the way back in there. He left one of the action cameras, one of the second angle cameras, so he's running back in to get it. He'll be back out here in a little bit, and then we'll head to the house, see how everybody done, get something to eat, get some rest, be back at it tomorrow. Hi guys, what's going on? It is the last day here in Nebraska. We're headed back to West Virginia tomorrow. We had some action yesterday evening, not with us, not with Bo, but Nate hit a deer, and they gave it overnight. Shot is marginal. And they went in this morning to track it without anybody else because we all felt like it was a sneaking tracking job. So he's actually hunting while he's on the trail just because of the shot. And then they called us a little bit ago and said that they had tracked him a couple hundred yards and lost blood and some real thick stuff. So we're headed down to him. We're going to grid search this piece of public and see if we can't find this deer. I don't know what the chances are, but we're going to give it a good effort. So headed down there now, meet up with them and see what their game plan is.
So it's kind of funny, like when I leave Nebraska, now we're starting a Nebraska camp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, but it's fun that the Crick boys got this camp.
What are you thinking?
Well, that sounds
Walk in here, hang, kill a couple bucks, drag them out, head back east tomorrow.
I'm thinking we shoot 2 tonight. I didn't want to be greedy, but
I didn't want to either. But I do like this. I like the wind.
Strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the easiest thing is to unhook those leg guards. But there's something else that I've got to hook up. There we go. Scooch that baby up. Again, Bo and I, we're going to team up for our last hoorah, last evening hunt. Bo and I, Bo's hunted with us a bunch over the last 5 years. We hunt well together. We bounce good ideas off each other most of the time. I have some harebrained ideas sometimes, but Bo tends to keep me in line. So we're back in the area we were this morning with Nate and Thomas and them, but there's a whole another section of public way in the back, and Bo and I are thinking that with the sign we saw while looking for Nate's deer, that we could have bumped deer back to that back timber lot. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to go back there, and it really doesn't matter to me where we go, like splitting wise, but we're just going to split up, get up in a tree. Hopefully we're in the tree by 5:30 or so, and we got big plans to shoot 2 deer tonight, last night.
Yeah, we might be a little sore dragging, but
Yeah.
hey, it's all right.
Yeah.
We'll drive back, be a little sore.
Oh yeah, for deer?
Yeah.
Yeah. us he's probably 70 yards from the corner of this bean field behind us. And then I moved up to the edge of the back bean. We got some oaks in here behind us. So hopefully these deer are feeding up out of this straw behind us into these oaks, into the beans this evening. It's a last ditch effort. I mean, it's pretty aggressive because the wind's a little bit wonky, but it's better than what I thought it was going to be. So, cross fingers, one of us gets an opportunity tonight and make something happen here in Nebraska. What's up, guys? Good morning. So, one last walk here in Nebraska. Should be getting on the road this morning, but last evening when we were in here, my action camera fell out of my pocket, so walking all the way back in here trying to find it. I was hoping that it fell out somewhere close. I don't know yet, so got a long walk. Hopefully find it, get on the road, headed back to WV.
What's up, guys? I am up here in my office finishing this week's video. Long one, but a fun one, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just wanted to jump on here and do a quick closer. As you can tell at the end, Josh did not find that DJI. So if you happen to stumble across one just randomly laying on the ground in the middle of public land in Nebraska, we would love to get it back from you. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube comments, however you can get a hold of us. The @ for those social medias will be at the end card here in just a minute at the end of the video. Like I said, we would love to get it back from you. So if you find it, please get a hold of us. With that being said, if you guys have been out hunting, hope you've had some luck. If you're getting ready to get out in the woods, good luck. Stay safe. Thanks again for watching.